self-contained crisis, and it's up to Delhi and Islamabad to decide if they really are going to take it to another level after the end of this week. By the end of this week, we'll know if Pakistan has matched India's escalation and not gone any further. If that's what they've done, then this crisis might be over quite quickly.
In terms of that, I mean, I think the reason everyone gets worried about this is you have two nuclear-armed states and you have a long-running, intractable conflict. But that might also be an argument for why this doesn't have to become a wider thing. You've had a long-running conflict.
Keep on managing it.
They've had nuclear
managing it
weapons
since
since the
1947.
90s.
Carry on doing it.
Yeah, and
it doesn't solve it, but you can stop it getting worse. That's the theory.
And is that? I mean, some people made the argument that because of nuclear weapons, you haven't seen full-scale war between nuclear-armed powers. There's been the great fear during the Ukraine war as well. Obviously, only one side in that instance with nuclear weapons, but actually that perhaps it does limit full-scale war between countries that wouldn't have it. Controversial.
Yeah, no. It's often I've made this point a few times that it's often said that nuclear deterrence, works better in practice than it does in theory. The theory of nuclear deterrence is terrible, but the practice is that people sort of understand what these weapons do. We know what these weapons will do. There's no doubt what will happen if a nuclear device is used. And for that reason, everybody gets a bit careful whenever the nuclear issue comes up. They get very careful. However, in the case of India-Pakistan, this is the nuclear relationship which is the closest, the one that's got the least distance involved. It would be instant. If a nuclear weapon were to be used by one side or the other, then the other side wouldn't know about it until it went off. In effect, there's no reaction time. And for that reason, both sides get very worried about nuclear diplomacy, even though a crisis is far, way below the level. I mean, nuclear weapons would only be used by any country, it is said, if its existence was at stake. And nothing that happens in Kashmir threatens the existence of Pakistan or India as presently constituted. So why would they go there? They won't. But the decision makers on both sides of the border tend to get nervous that the other side might have taken leave of its senses, use a nuclear weapon just to demonstrate it, and we won't know anything about it until it goes off, and then it'll be too late.
Yeah, and you sort of memories of the Cold War and Able Archer exercises and misreading intentions.
1983, Able Archer, yeah. That was famous, an American nuclear exercise, regular nuclear exercise, and it was picked up as a genuine nuclear attack by the Russians. And one Russian operator who should have sounded the alert said, "I don't believe it, I'm not going to sound the alert." And in the 20 minutes that he thought about it, it might have saved the world, because it was then discovered that it was in fact only an alert that had gone wrong. And thankfully, one nuclear operator on the Russian side said, "I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to obey orders until I've thought about it and double-checked." And I think we can all be grateful for that.
Yeah, I mean...